It's a wrap up. Get this out your system.
Ah.
Like, we're not talking about Lestat anymore. We're not talking about Claudia anymore. Honestly, I'm not controlling, but I'm possessive. I don't want, like, if someone I was in love with kept delving down, especially if I could read their mind.
Oh,
We're not going here anymore. It would cause insecurity in our relationship. And vampires have too many abilities. Like, I don't even want to hear you utter his name after this.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all so very much for joining us again. Today, we're talking about Interview with a Vampire, Episode 2. Do you know what it means to be loved by death? We're also playing our drinking game again today. Brittany's word is vampire. Elia's word is Lestat. Bearer of Men's word is confidence. And my word is cock or dick. All right, the beginning of the episode begins with a scene in Paris, France. Armand finally enters Louis' story. Claudia wants the life of the coven while Louis hates it. The beginnings of Louis and Armand's love story is explored. That's what we're talking about today. In Paris, Louis and Claudia are pickpocketing to get by. Louis is learning French. Claudia is not happy with Paris, while Louis has fallen in love with the city. Now, cut to the scene when Louis and Armand walk into the room side by side. Was this believable?
was their love believable? What do you
Basically, yes.
To
I
me,
feel like you don't think it was?
To me, it was.
Yeah, me too. Because it just seems like they just mesh together. They just go together. They
fit each other's needs.
Yes.
Anytime Louis gets to play the bottom, okay, look, I'm not saying that there isn't love. He just ain't no Lestat. And I'll drink to that.
Well, it can't be two tops. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Somebody at the bottom.
Would you think there could be two bottoms?
It might be born. No action.
If you ain't standing up, what you doing?
You sit down.
Okay. Well, I haven't. Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. I think out of the two of them, I think that Armand is more of a bottom than Louis is.
Why?
Even though Armand has more powers, he's definitely stronger with the V gift.
The dark, yeah.
The dark
You
gift.
referenced it.
Armand packs that punch of a true top. So I feel you on that. Like, he just doesn't have that Lestat type presence.
Nobody
does. To see it.
Yeah.
What did you say, Erica?
I said we've yet to see it. I think that
Lestat set the bar so high.
for you,
Levitating.
for you, I think
So-
Armand is like that silent threat type. The one who doesn't need the showmanship, but requires his needs are met. I like that.
He's so cool and suave.
Yeah, because you're going to do what I say.
Just like that.
But really though,
Something
Really
about
though?
that. Something about that.
really though, Louis has them all wrapped.
Because he want to be rapped.
Well, yeah, he does,
Louis
but
likes
still
be
he
wrapped.
is.
Yeah, but Louis likes to be rapped. And he likes the facade of, he feeds on Armand.
He does.
Expound.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, last season he fed off of Armand. Like, we saw him. I thought he was human, remember?
Yeah.
Because he was like, and they're just sitting there necking. Necking. I didn't even know it was intimate. I was like, who is this guy? And how can he just not be drained? And then when we found out he was Armand, it was like, oh my God, that's Armand.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you see him this season, I don't know. He gives Louis a certain level of confidence.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we all got a drink.
Yep. We've got questions and we know you have answers, so make love to our senses in the comments. Drop them down below.
But like, I think he brings out, I think there's a certain quality in people or vampires that know how to take a back seat and be like a whisperer. You know? He is confident, he is powerful, but he doesn't have to lord it.
Oh shit, he said confident.
Oh.
That's two. We got to do it again because you just said it.
Oh shit.
Confidence.
Now we got to do it again.
Yeah, I'm drinking it was supposed to. Different variation of the word.
Y'all, people who watch us, I'm sorry. I don't know where I'm gonna be at by the end of this.
Hell yeah.
I am, and you?
I think Armand is definitely alluring.
Mhm.
He is. He's pretty,
Mhm.
and he has this. There is this strong silent type. It is sexy-ish. I need my Lestat de Leon Cour.
You like your extroverted. I think she likes her extroverted confidence. I'm sorry.
She used the word. Okay.
Extroverted control.
Mm.
Extroverted dominance. I think she likes extroverted dominance.
It's flamboyant. I just love it. It's unapologetic. I'm not gonna come off as something that I am not. I am a dick, and I am going to not try to be anything else but that. And you're gonna love me for it. You're gonna fall in love with me.
I like more of a gentleman.
You like more of a what?
A gentleman.
I like that crass thug. This I'm gonna beat the brakes off you type.
I like the one who's
And you
gonna,
gonna like it.
I like the ones who are gonna act all like that, but ain't gonna say nothing.
Yes.
They're gonna be pristine in front of everybody, and then all of a sudden, you don't know you messing with a goddamn you mean.
They gonna do
And
it.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Or maybe it's because I saw a clip from the next episode, but I feel like he got some power in him that make me go, you know how to humble him. Yeah. Person in their place and let them know what it is and what it ain't. I like that. Even powerful enough to let another person lead. I like that.
I agree with you.
Okay. All of this is very interesting, because I've read the books and I thought I told y'all all about this, but I'm going to let our viewers tell us in the comments what they know about these characters and what we're going to find out a little bit later. But until then, let's keep going. When Daniel grew irritated by Armand and Louis finishing each other's sentences, Louis reminded him the two have been together for 7 years. I heard my echo. Armand added that it's been 47 years longer than Louis had been with Lestat. Question: is Armand aware or perceives Louis' continued interest in Lestat? If so, is he intimidated by that? Let's start with Britt.
Great question. I don't think Armand is intimidated by Lestat because...
Oh, yeah. Well, I just drank anyway.
Because...
What was the word?
Nothing.
Hell yeah, the word.
Hell yes, word. I think he's not intimidated because he experienced being with that other person. That's not Louis. I don't want to say the word. He's experienced being with that other person for a very long time and knows the effect that he has on him because he still has an effect on him. And so I think that he believes that the love that they have is more important and valuable than the love that he had with that other with Lestat. I'm just saying, fuck it. With Lestat. Twice.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah.
Don't say it.
I don't know that I agree. I don't know. Even though you've been with him that amount of years longer, you felt the need to mention it. Why? If you weren't feeling some type of way about it. You've been around for quite a few centuries, and you are able to pinpoint the exact amount of years that you were with this person longer than the previous person. In short, because my behind is very wordy. You're keeping score. You keep track. Why is that? I feel like it's a little bit of a pissing contest. I feel like it is. It's just me. I don't know, girl. I don't know. seeming like a penis measurement contest. Damn.
One I'd like to see.
One I love.
With all the things they can do, I'd love to see. But I'm in agreement with yeah. I don't feel like he's intimidated. But I think the whole interview itself is a wrap-up.
Explain.
It's a wrap-up. Get this out your system. Like, we're not talking about Lestat anymore. We're not talking about Claudia anymore. We're but like, honestly, I'm not controlling, but I'm possessive. I don't want, like, if someone I was in love with kept delving down them, especially if I could read their mind. Oh, we're not going here anymore. It would cause insecurity in our relationship. And vampires have too many abilities. Like, I don't even want to hear you utter his name after this. Fuck. I said the C word so many times. I won't say it. I'm gonna try not to. I probably will.
Being immortal, it has to be exhausting though. Like you said, they have all these abilities. So I'm really stuck with not being able to escape your past lover and for like literally the love of your life. And you're an immortal, so it's a really long time.
And let's think about it, y'all. Louis is a romantic. And that shit is exhausting. Every time he paints a picture of what it was like to be with Lestat, we hear fuck.
Oh, the talent you possess, Jermaine.
I'll be on.
We are definitely gonna have to have a talk. No question.
We're gonna have to talk. He's dead. But seriously, I feel like every time you hear about this, you was ready to grab it. You wanted to grab it. She wanted to grab it.
Speaking of grab it.
So I think that, like, it's always like violence.
But we talk about this all the time. He's so tortured.
But could you imagine being with that person and being in love with that person, beating that person down, and they still got violin strings? This your last interview. Okay?
Get it out your system.
We're going to talk about this one more time. And that's the last one.
Okay. All right. So let's move on just a little bit. Outside of the coffee shop, Claudia began asking Louis a series of questions about his picture taking, then finally asked who Louis was outside of her. His response was to make light of the situation, but based on what we've seen thus far, who is Louis? Let's start with Bearer of Men.
We don't know. He's been presented as this tortured soul, you know. Right now, I feel like he's Armand's lover.
Well, remember, this is right before he met Armand.
Oh, so this is when he's basically like, we don't, okay.
But I'm saying, like, we don't know. I said right now he's Armand's lover. But back then, all he's thinking about, all she's hearing about in his thoughts is the L word.
Brittany, who is Louis?
The L man.
Okay, so I agree with Bear Men and what you're saying about Louis, because at the end of the day, when he's in Paris, he's out there trying to find himself. He's an American tourist, like everything you would think of as a tourist. That's who he is at that moment. He's being a photographer. He's wearing the little thing around, the little scarf around his neck. He's buying baguettes. He's seeing the pigeons walking in the park. He's in the city, eating the pigeons. Like, you know, he's doing what an American tourist would do out there for the most part is what he's doing, and trying to find out who he is, because he really doesn't know who he is without the L word.
Okay.
I feel like when she asked that question, she exposed him in that moment.
She sure did. He had that dick look on his face. Damn it.
Oh yeah, who is Louis?
Louis is lost. Louis has been a pimp. Louis has been immortal. Louis is now an immortal. Louis taking pictures. Louis looking for love in the park. Louis got all kind of stuff going on. So he is extremely lost. He doesn't quite know who he is. But I feel like once he gets to Paris, he's having fun trying to figure it out. I feel like he's having a good time with his period of discovery. It's exciting to see him get excited about something as human as being a tourist and take photographs. Loving the joy of being in the dark room and developing these pictures. I like to see that. That's kind of lame, but I did enjoy that. Like, he's kind of trying to find himself and figuring it out.
He's a vampire with a hobby.
He's a vampire with some leisurely activities, a hobby. You're right.
I feel like to piggyback off of you, also, like when you mention him being a tourist, he gets to be in a place where no one knows him. When he was in New Orleans, he had family and friends, politicians, people he intermingled with, who noticed he was an agent. Here, he can fade into the background and just become brand new. He can have a hobby. He can live like he was living. He couldn't do that before. So I think it opened him up and exposed him to who he might want to really be.
Okay. All right. All very good. All very good. Brittany, Claudia goes shopping for clothes and was told she was playing dress up. Let's get inside Claudia's state of mind. What is she thinking in this moment, and who is she as a character?
So Claudia is trying, in my opinion, Claudia is trying to figure out how to find other vampires. She wants to have a family. She wants to be a woman, but she's a woman stuck in a little girl's body. And she's gone through all these experiences in life, and the dress shop maker is little girl in her. And she's like, wait a minute, I know who I am. I'm a grown ass woman. You cannot little girl me. I want the dress. I want to be fitted, and I want this bitch now. Here's the money for it, and a little bracelet.
But wait. When she put the money on the counter, why was it all balled up like a kid with that ball?
She stole it.
I mean, it is what you said.
She stole it.
You trying to little girl me, and I'm a part-time pickpocket.
And she on the counter.
You better get these francs and go on.
Go ahead.
So I like that scene a lot, especially the style of the dress and her confidence, because the man told her that lady in there is a Nazi. Don't what? Damn, I said
you use Erica's word.
Fuck.
Brittany, you gonna get us drunk.
My bad.
You and Barra men. Two of y'all.
Damn.
My stuff sound crazy and I don't make no sense. Y'all spare me.
Shit. I might not be leaving the house tonight.
You better leave the house. You better call an Uber. You better call an Uber.
Baby.
So listen, I really love how she was in that scene, because she knows that lady's a Nazi, and she still went in there saying, I want that dress. It's going to be mine. I'm going to do what I have to do to get it. And I want the white gloves too. Period.
Hell yeah. What is she thinking in this moment, and who is she as a character?
So she's thinking she's bold. I will not be denied. I was forced into this life. I did not ask for this. So here we are. I'm searching for people that are like me. I'm in Paris. I'm not a little girl, but I'm trapped in this little girl body. I want to dress like a woman, and no one is going to deny me that. I don't care where I got to go to, who I got to go through. You're going to get these francs balled up, but you're going to get them, and you're going to get my dress with matching gloves, like Brittany said. So I love the boldness, but I feel like we've been getting that consistently from Claudia as a character. She is very bold, young, but wise, well above her years. You know, she's an immortal at this point, but I feel like there was perhaps something there before that just intensified as she became immortal. So we get to see literally this apex predator who is the boldest, baddest, smallest little thing walking.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see that from Claudia.
Erica.
I feel like there are a lot of flat-chested, small-breasted, youthful women in the world.
You almost sounded like old girl talking about. bleach blonde, bad built body.
Butch body.
Listen, y'all is on the wrong subject. I'm just saying.
That's another packet.
Well, there's another podcast, but because we can go all day. But I think there are a lot of women. I think we're negating the fact that there are a lot of women, and there have always been a lot of women that have very youthful bodies and frames and faces in every culture and ethnicity,
Yes.
especially Black ones. And I think that she capitalized on it. Like, I'm grown. Give me the dress. You gonna fit me? Here my money. And I like that in her, where she wouldn't accept whatever anybody told her. The question was, what was her what?
Hold on. Let me. What is she thinking in this moment, and who is she as a character?
I think who she is as a character is a grown ass woman. I think that at this point she's lived in the ground to, save herself from burning in sunlight. She's living in Paris and barely making it because everybody's poor, and at this point she don't care what nobody got going on. She sees something she likes, she taking it. I like it.
She's well beyond her years as a human and as a vampire.
Because at this point she's old.
But then you do still get to get to still see that
Wine.
childlike, wild spirited side of her.
Wine.
You don't switch to wine. Ooh, Lord.
I'm going to sleep right after this. Welcome to my world.
So there's something that for those people who actually read the book, the shopkeeper, this woman is actually significant to the story, but I'm gonna leave that alone because we haven't seen it in the episodes just yet. But so let's move on. Oh yeah, Louis takes a walk in the park, skipping along as he is met by someone. Can you give us more context?
Oh, Louis. Much like the bathhouses and several other places where we go to be inappropriate. Louis is taking a walk in the park, but not your average walk in the park. Like he just wants to feed the birds or any of those things. Louis,
He wants to feed the bird.
You want to feed something, that's for sure.
Louis is
We try to get something to taste.
his homosexual nature, and he is out here in the park looking to have a good time. Okay, because at the end of the day, they gonna eat. Okay,
At the end of the day.
he is looking to end his day with a happy ending. Okay. He is lurking. Okay, he ain't trying to take no pictures.
He on the prowl.
Hey,
He probably.
And who did he meet?
He runs into the vampire Armand.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah.
I could have just said Armand.
So Brittany, what was that? What happened in this particular meeting?
Y'all, I don't know. You gonna lie to you?
Oh no.
Viewers, we may never be able to have this
again.
What you saw was two vampires.
A meeting of two vampires.
A meeting.
You saw the meeting of two apex predators
There you go. Yes, I like it.
for the first time.
Mhm.
For the first time, this was the introduction, at least in this movie. Yes, this is the introduction.
So,
Yes, and you kind of have this obvious sexual tension. Obviously, they're in the park. Yeah,
you felt it was sexual?
Oh, absolutely. I felt like there was some kind of
On
sexual
whose part?
immediately, huh?
On whose part?
Honestly, between the both of them, this kind of chemistry.
I felt it was hierarchical.
Okay.
It was
What you
hierarchical.
mean by that?
By hierarchical,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we know you here.
I felt like it was something. He said he was
He felt-
awkward.
Well,
Awkward.
so they were both talking about each other when they first met each other. Louis said he could feel, what did he say? The ancient in him?
Ooh.
An ancient power in him or something like that?
We all not have a little ancient in us.
I will not speak to that. Never.
Omen give you worms. No.
You know, a little buzz down antiquated situation.
Mm-mm.
I hate y'all.
Historical buzz down.
Never.
I don't know if we could do Looker again.
People are seeking to expose tonight. I see. It's clearly over. No,
So when you said hierarchical, I'm assuming you meant Louis had some type of deference to
I
Armand.
think once he sensed his energy
Mhm.
and that he was greater than himself, he was
I'm sorry.
Brittany. I think that once he
I can't have no.
greater than himself, that
Temperatures was rising.
you know how quickly his temperature was rising.
Oh.
I think they was like nuts and bolts, but like I think they was nuts and bolts. But I think they, because Armand said he was gonna check him about how
Here's my card.
new vampires are supposed to show up on the scene, but he did nothing of the sort. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
So when he saw
Damn.
how pretty he was,
Said the word.
Oh,
No, I can't have no more, y'all. I tap out.
drink some water. Go get some water.
I got it.
shoot that. So I think once he realized, like Armand knew what he was going to the park for.
Because he had been there himself.
A plethora of time.
Okay.
But
I
I
was a charter member of the park.
do y'all. This is what you do, y'all. This is what you do.
His name is probably his name is Coven.
Yeah, you is distracting me. I can't do this no more.
Get my own wins.
Let's move.
But I feel like once he sensed that aura,
Stop.
Which is why I said what I feel like some sexual intimacy.
see, that's what I said. Louis said, "Oh, he's powerful." Oh shit! After that, it was like a little kitty.
So Daniel was giving photos of Claudia and of young men. I have 3 questions, and we'll take it one at a time.
Okay.
What type of relationship did Louis and Armand have at the point of these pictures? Hell yeah.
So can you frame it for me a little more clearly? You said the pictures were taken.
So Daniel was given these pictures, right? So he was given these pictures. Now these are pictures that both of them took of young men and of Claudia. One young man was half naked. Both of them experienced that young man. So my question is, what type of relationship did they have?
Well, I didn't see that.
Me either.
I gotta go back and watch
Oh,
it.
right. Okay. I missed that.
What?
Page in the item being examined.
Thank you, Rashid.
So,
Photos are the record of time passing. Outward evidence.
They do not lie, but neither do they tell you a thorough story.
who are the young men? Vampires?
Those were our young friends. Humans. Guys.
Some are very old now, most are dead, and some we simply drained for sport. Well, generally me. Louis has his ways.
What make it mean?
Well, and I remember the photographs.
I
right?
remember.
I remember photographs, but somehow I missed it with the half naked man.
Was this
I guess because it was a half naked man, I paid attention to it.
was it the photographs on the computer?
No, they gave him actual hard copies of photos.
Half hard.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
So y'all don't remember that? Okay, all right. So I'll move.
Jermaine said, "I."
But what I was trying to hint at was the fact that they were open to experiencing other people, and that goes along with, at least in my mind, what we've been saying all along. Both of them are bottoms. So if both of them are bottoms, at least for me, they're both bottoms. They need a top. Now, if you recall, Louis had a huge smile on his face, a smile of affection. Y'all remember that?
About what?
When they were discussing those photographs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next question.
Wait. Pause right quick for just 2 seconds. Well,
Okay.
2 seconds. So more than like the top bottom with lack of being versatile situation, I would say them being immortals, right? Forever is a really long time, as my great friend Vera Mian always says. Forever is a really long time. So I would think that it's maybe less about being a bottoms and needed someone else to be a top, as opposed to
Experiences.
more experiences, because forever, that's a long time.
I mean,
so
yeah.
wanting to explore something more. And then Louis has been around significantly less, and Armand has been around obviously way longer. So the appetites perhaps are a little different. Maybe you need a little bit more to excite you. I don't know. I just feel like maybe you need a little bit more because you have all of this time to leverage, because you're immortal and you want to buffet.
I think Louis needed some dick, and Armand just didn't have what he needed.
Well, go ahead and put it plainly.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So since y'all remember that, I'm gonna skip to my third question. Y'all kind of sort of answered it. I have the opinion that Louis doesn't really love, or is not really in love with Armand. He might love Armand, but I don't think he's in love with Armand. So then my question is, based on what I just said, if what I'm saying is true, y'all didn't even see the pictures. I can't even ask the question. Let me move. Did Louis have true affection for any of them, meaning the other men?
I think Louis just is in love with being in love. Does that
We're on the same page, Brittany.
Yeah, like he just seems to be in love with being in love. That whole everything that builds up to it, the intensity, the emotions involved with it, everything that comes with that, the romance phase, he's the honeymoon phase or whatever you call it. All of that is him. But then once you get into after the honeymoon phase, it seems like that's where they're at right now.
So then could we say, if that's how at least the two of you feel, could we say that Louis is a romantic? Going back to an earlier question that was asked. Who is Louis?
Is that being a romantic? What do y'all consider being a romantic?
Hell yeah.
I feel like Louis has been consistent as it pertains to relationships, because remember, he was fawning over the prostitute in season 1.
Oh yeah, Lily, Miss Lily,
right?
Isn't that her name?
So,
You saying Louis was fawning?
Knocking the bottom out of her ass.
well, when him and my favorite person I'm gonna say,
Knocking the
Scott
bottom.
kind of got into the pissing match. Whenever, ultimately he trumps him and puts out more money to keep her for the night. He had been passing time with her, and he felt some type of way when Scott entered the scene. Like, hold on, wait a minute, like she's.
Wait, was that, to borrow a term that that Bearer of Men mentioned, was that possessiveness or was that love?
Well, not speaking in terms of love, because we were talking about him and his affection. He kind of crazed in that way, because I can't even say that it's love that he's getting into in all these situationships, right? So
I think he could be bisexual.
Absolutely, I don't
He
disagree.
never had sex though.
No.
not at all.
He
But
had sex with a girl
but
before he was gay and vampire.
well, I don't know if they did in the book. But as far as like in the show, like remember he was really affectionate with her, and he wanted to just like talk and spend time and be intimate. But I don't think he ever actually had sex with
That's
her.
what a gay man does with a woman. Is that a high five?
Wait. I'm confused. Then I've been intimate with plenty of gay men. Let me tell you, I got a couple motherfuckers. Damn it! How much longer we got?
Yo, we're not even halfway through. Next question. Can we just spend some time talking about Santiago? Brittany.
Ooh, he was the
That's the
Oh, I like him.
Wait. Why you said?
because you're trying to say word. Here.
He said.
I want to see more. I want to see more.
You want to see more of him? What did you
I
like
like him.
The real Santiago.
I want
I
to see
like him.
I feel like he's gonna bring at least a little of the debauchery that I'm missing from this guy.
Damn it.
Y'all, I've been drinking all this time. Y'all 5 drinks behind.
Mm-mm.
He just said vampire Lestat.
Run up.
Fucking confidence, Louis. Drink 4.
Not. Oh,
Connect 4 then, bitch. Don't give a fuck what you do. You better drink that drink.
I'm leaning to the left.
I've been there. That ain't right.
Oh yeah, you were talking about Santiago.
yes. So I feel like he's gonna bring some of the debauchery that I'm missing from my favorite character. I do. I'm interested to see more of him. So far, watching him within the theater and how they go through this whole thing of it pretending it to be a play, but everything's actually real. So his whole monologue / dialogue, that has been on point for me. I've enjoyed watching him. I've enjoyed it.
Okay, y'all. Was his character Antonio Banderas in
So that's
Armand.
that was Armand?
Can we say-
Okay.
Can we say for the record that I was intensely, devoutly in love with Antonio Banderas?
That's a sexy motherfucker right there.
2 movies. Desperado and goddamn Interview with the Vampire.
Ooh!
I was young as hell. I would have folded that cat in a napkin and handed it to him. You hear me? Stop it!
Wait, what? Hell yeah, just
This
he always just takes another
longest,
sip.
this is the longest
Antonio.
podcast I've ever had.
Mr. Banderas. You
That's a
can-
fine man.
to this
That's
day.
a fine man.
To this day.
Brittany, Santiago.
I like Santiago. I like how his character is so suave and bold and cool. And he just has this flair about him that is everything that a vampire should be. I love it. He is so just the definition of debauchery. And when he was on that motorcycle and hopped off of it and killed those 2 guards, bop, bop, with his hands. You remember that?
They found out information from him.
Boom.
They said a word.
He has all the gifts.
I was like, how old is he?
He's the youngest one out of all of them.
Santiago?
Yes. Santiago is that nigga.
And he British, right?
No, he is. I thought he was from New York.
Girl, he's a British. He ain't even an Espanol.
Oh,
Brittany.
he know he can act his ass off.
He ain't from Spain. He ain't from Spain, girl.
Brittany, the theater performance affects Louis and Claudia in different ways. Let's take some time to discuss their divergent impressions of the performance.
Okay, so I think that Louis is first turned off by all the blood and the gore and the fake vampire teeth, the fake blood, the death. He's like, it's so much death. It's so cheesy and out of date. He was not impressed. But Claudia was like, wow, look at the blood, look at the gore, look at the death, look at how Santiago can lure the person in and get them to be on stage and not be afraid of him. Like, all of that was very intriguing for her.
Hell yeah.
So, okay. So Claudia is enamored, right? She's found her people, right? Because they have gone through literally war, hell and high water, right? To find other people like them instead of saying a word. So she's found her people. So not only has she found her people, but they also have this artistic way about hunting. So she's excited. You can see that childlike nature in her. She's excited like this is her first Christmas morning, and she's gotten all the gifts that she's ever wanted. So she is soaking it all in. She wants more and more of it, almost to a gluttonous point. She's excited. Louis, on the other hand, complete axiom. He is appalled. He ain't fooling with it. Like, he's like, what is going on?
He's
like
like, we gonna be found out.
Right. If you can read his facial expressions, you look at Louis, he is absolutely not feeling it at all. So it is a complete juxtaposition between the two. And it's very clear. And I love how the writers, the producers, whatever, let it play out where you can see it. There's no question about it. We are not thinking the same thing.
Brittany?
Already
Oh, you already went. My bad. Okay. Bearer of Men.
I had a hiccup. Stop, bro. That was another hiccup. So what I think is, what was that about?
The performance that they saw at the theater. Louis had one impression.
I think she's a kid in the candy store. I think she's been wanting a life where she didn't have to hide anymore. And she's like romanticized this coven of vampires that are like, they figured out, like for her, I think they figured out the puzzle pieces. You know, like how do we do this effectively, have dinner, have intimacy, have all what we need, but don't have to hide. We can still have fun, we can still be ourselves, we can still live at night, we can still, without being exposed. And I think she thinks what she sees in this coven is everything she's ever needed.
They own the night. They own it. And
they do
it in a very clever way.
Yeah, and at the time, like, who believed in vampires? Fuck.
Damn.
And Louis, what did he feel?
This is unofficially drink champ.
He was pissed. He was pissed. He was over this shit. I think that he didn't notice Lestat on the wall from the beginning.
I'm almost done out my whole bottle.
Girl, I'm just sipping. What you drink?
I only bought one bottle.
You supposed to sip. I think you gulping. Doesn't have a cup. But you ain't got it.
Are you talking about a gag reflex? What are you?
You supposed to sip. Bitch, I still gotta have a cup of wine. Like, you supposed to this is good. But what I'm saying is, I forgot.
Okay, next question. When the coven or Santiago asks about their maker, Claudia named him Bruce, the V word, who kidnapped and raped her. According to the books, the coven immediately knew they were lying about their maker. Based on what we see.
That happened in the books?
Huh?
The kidnapping and the raping? That happened in the book?
Well, I'm specifically talking about the fact that they knew that they were lying.
I know, but I'm saying in the books, was there a Bruce?
Not that I can recall. I do know that I haven't read all the books. I do know that he appears later on.
Okay.
But yeah, all right. So based on what we see in the scene, describe the attitude of the coven when they hear their tale, meaning Claudia and Lestat. When they hear their tale of Bruce, how did the coven react? Hell yeah.
From what I remember, the coven was kind of still in that moment.
Especially Santiago.
Right. There wasn't a huge reaction. So things kind of went quiet. And at that point, you're thinking, oh my goodness, are they found out? Which we find out a little bit later that Armand.
Who's your maker?
My maker?
Eglay here does star charts for us all. Night you were given the gift, phase of the moon, name of the maker.
Well, I don't really need
Do you both have the same maker?
We did.
His name was Bruce.
Bruce? Is he Scottish?
He said he was from Copenhagen. We met him on the road just outside of...
Chicago.
We traveled a lot.
As you do, when the kills pile up.
We don't talk about him much. He threw himself into a fire in front of us.
And once again, Santiago, it seems you've missed the vein and drawn air instead.
Armand is able to kind of pick up on there being some holes in the story. I don't entirely know that the rest of the coven picked up on it. Of course, we know Armand is way more powerful than the other ones in the coven. So perhaps it kind of got by, but just based on the scene, I didn't notice that it was alarming. It's just like, okay, we don't really know. But like I said, we find out later that Armand is kind of picking up on some things, and he divulged that information to Louis later.
And so upon hearing that, Daniel is like, Daniel's like, you both fuck Lestat? Is Lestat the third in their relationship? Is
how
Lestat
many
the
times
third?
did you say his name?
Oh,
Y'all, I gotta sip.
Listen, I'm so glad I apologize in advance.
He's absolutely the third in that relationship, because even though he is not around, he is around. He is around. He is in it. He is on side of it. He's there. He is there, and he's that type of presence where you have Armand, who's been around for centuries, and he still remembers him. They have pretty much this shrine of him in the theater.
I'm doing the trick.
Oh dear God. They have this shrine of him. So he 100% is the third. So basically a threesome gone wrong. A throuple.
it's going wrong.
Yes, gone wrong, because they're not there to reap the benefits of it, only the pains.
My brother tried to take my wine, y'all.
Oh, precious.
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Yo, I'm about to say something. I was gonna ask you a question,
Mhm.
but I just decided to tell my own story.
I'm all ears.
Speak your truth.
I was in a threesome once, and the other two, they were in a relationship, and one of the two knocking on my door, and I kept opening.
Look at that double entendre.
What you did when you opened the door?
He kept opening.
Hold on, I'm
You
laying
did
on.
what grown folks do.
I'm laying on. I'm laying on. Hell yeah. So what you did?
He kept opening in more ways than one.
I ain't
Yes,
say all that. I'm just saying I opened the door.
yes, Lord.
Too deep. That's why I'm asking him.
Literally.
So you was in the room.
They did ask me.
How did you feel about it?
Low key, I really wanted to say yes, but I said no.
Why'd you
Why?
say no?
Why? They wasn't fine.
Because what I knew was one wanted it more than the other.
Oh.
Symmetry is best.
It gotta be two, not just one.
Everything good comes in pairs.
It does.
Everybody knows it.
It does.
Anyway, wait. I forgot who I asked that question to.
I got about 20 minutes left of liquor.
I don't know how much I
Are you
got.
in a negative for sanity?
Okay, so I'm not gonna ask all of y'all. I'm gonna ask one at a time. All right, so we can't escape. We can't escape what we know from movies and books. We know eventually the coven will kill Claudia. Also, neither were taught the rules of the V people by He Who Shall Not Be Named. However, why doesn't Claudia feel the need for caution in the same way Louis does? Bearer of men.
Immature.
Say that
Yes.
again?
Immature. She's so like, my God.
She's
Like,
still
she's
14
so
at the end of the day.
This is when she showed that she's still a baby vampire. She actually, fuck. I'm a baby at this time.
It's starting to take
But
like water.
when she shows her immaturity to me, what? What she said?
It's starting to taste like water. My
Child.
face is from smiling.
Child, I ain't even gonna watch this episode. I want to know.
No, y'all have to, audience. Y'all have to make sure that we're gonna put the words down below, please, of our drinking words, and y'all can play the drinking game with us, and
Please
it's gonna be
do.
more enjoyable. Please play with us.
Yeah, Claudia says she felt the lust of both Louis and Armand. She also says she knows what two. She also says she knows what two blood fat cocks slapping hands feel like. It
Damn.
was funny. During season 1, we were excited at the inclusion of bona fide New Orleans culture, but the use of the word cock, also admittedly small and near irrelevant, it begs a question: are the writers black or white?
White.
Diverse.
No, baby. They white. I don't know.
They
a
white.
single
They
person
white.
who use cock. I'm sorry.
Don't say the word.
Who used cock?
White people.
A cock-a-doodle-doo. I don't know. One nigga who uses the word cock.
Neither.
Oh, is that one that was drinking? Oh, I'm a future. Oh shit.
I can't drink that much. I gotta save it.
Louis visits Roger and Associates and discovers the human knows who and what he is. Why didn't Louis kill him? Hell yeah.
He a lawyer.
Simply, there would have been no benefit. What would have been the benefit of that? So I don't think he killed him simply because there was no benefit of it. And at this point, Louis is not killing just for pleasure. He tries to refrain as much as he can from drinking human blood. So I don't think he had a reason to kill him. I really don't.
I'm a Lestat. I'm a Lestat. I think Louis trying to be special. Fuck. I think he trying to be special. He trying to.
Why?
Because like I'm gonna eat pigeons. I'm gonna eat rats and cows and dogs that are stray. Nobody,
Dogs that are stray.
nobody that I think he belongs to. Nobody that I think he's gonna hurt. He working for Peter. But like I'm gonna remake the wheel. Like he's the first person to do it. You did.
You're the pioneer.
Louis the pioneer. You're not a pioneer. Like you're not elite. You're not above anybody else. You supplement your diet every other day. Every other day I eat human. Really? You only kill humans every other day?
A homier than thou diet.
I'm done.
Bearer of Men, when Louis starts going through Daniel's mind about his wife, Daniel sees a vision of Armand. And Armand, who does not look the same, talking about an older memory and with a different background. What's going through Daniel's mind now that he's seen the vision or memory?
Well, Daniel's not a fool. And the thing about him is, once he recalls something, I think once Daniel recalls Malloy, right? Ooh, no. Oh, I'm hiccuping out loud. It's probably so. Like once he can, you hiccup. Shut up. The thing about it is, he knows good and well something happened. We can't prove it. No one can prove it. But there's a memory in his head that he's gonna recall, and once he recalls it, it's over with. Like it's exposed. I think in that moment, Armand was reading those moments, and when Daniel Malloy like saw Armand's face, he wanted to cut it off because it was going to expose Armand. Because I think Armand, like I said, is a bit of a masochist. Like I think he's a dominant. I think he's a top. I think he's an undercover top.
Oh, sadist.
I think he likes control. He doesn't like to seem in control. I think he's the type that likes the illusion of, oh, you get to discover yourself. You get, yeah, like you get to discover yourself. You get to explore, but there's a leash there, and it only goes so fucking far. And I think Malloy's memories will jog Louis's memories, and like once they do, everything that's going on between all of them will come to light. Because I think that, like I said, I like a silent leader. I like somebody who leads from behind, who doesn't like attention. Oh shit! Sorry, y'all. Who doesn't like attention? Who doesn't have to have all the praise? Like you can talk about he who shall not
be named.
Yeah, thank you. All that. I think like I'm hiccuping aloud. Fuck. There's too many of them, but I probably said something next.
I understand what you mean.
But I think that we're looking at it. I think that we're looking at Malloy like, oh, he's like, But I think the whole time, like, do you remember at the beginning of the episode how Armand kind of talked to, or the end of the episode before, and he talked to Armand, Louis did, and he was talking about how he was talking about how the interview was being controlled by not Armand. The interview was being controlled by Malloy and all his antics. But when you see Louis come in with Armand, it's not being controlled anymore. So I think the real puppeteer is Armand.
I agree with Bearer of Men.
Yeah, that's my whole point. Like, I think he's a silent leader. I think he's been involved the whole time. I think
Malloy sees it. Like, I hear what you're saying. I think Malloy sees that Armand is pulling the strings.
He a puppet master.
To silence him. If you notice, every chance he gets, he says something snide. He's snarky toward Armand. Why are you even in here? Like,
he does.
I feel like he saw the move. He saw the play. So he wants to silence Armand every chance he gets because he knows he's pulling the strings.
Because before Santiago, there was fucking Armand. Every step of the way. I thought he was a servant. I had no idea he was a guy. You laughing, but I had no idea. So
I love it.
He's backing with Armand. He's doing all this other stuff, but nobody knows anything what's going on. But he's here the whole time. So I think that Armand's a power bottom.
Yes.
He's power bottom.
I think he has.
Do you know what a power bottom is?
No. I feel like he's doing it. I feel like there's some action. I feel like Armand got some action. Like, y'all keep trying to play with Armand. I think Armand's sitting back. He loving on him, but he around here controlling as hell. He probably worse than he who shall remain unnamed. I think he might be worse than him.
Because he is ancient.
At least
he is ancient. Yeah.
He's ancient.
He older than now does not be named.
He's been watching human behavior and transitions of the B word for years. You think he's gonna risk falling in love with somebody he can't manipulate?
Nope.
Why would I?
Why does Louis keep falling in love with the same type of toxic characters?
It's just so easy. Like, they so strong, girl. Like, let's talk about that. Like, oh my God.
Okay, let's finish with this. We can talk offline. Back to the story. Armand and Louis confess feelings for each other as the coven kills. Armand suggests Louis needs more practice at guarding his mind. He also says he felt trepidation from Louis when the name Lestat was mentioned. At this moment, Louis has to walk a tightrope to keep Claudia happy, explore his feelings with Armand while trying not to say anything that will get either of them killed. What is Louis feeling at this moment?
Pressure.
Yes. That shit hard. Especially when you fucking with mind readers.
Yes.
Honestly, and this is going to be very basic, but I think he feels grateful. I think he feels like he has an ally because he put him on game. He let him know, hey, I see you. I hear you. I quite literally hear you. And so this is how you need to move. So I think Louis feels grateful for the information, so he'll know how to move forward to protect himself, to be able to thrive, or at least survive at the very least within the coven without being found out, to protect himself and Claudia.
That's deep. That's not basic.
Brittany?
I totally agree with Elliot. Like, I think that he does feel grateful because that's a lot of pressure that he has on him. And to know that Armand already can read his mind and know exactly what's going on, it takes the pressure off of him. But he still has to placate Claudia because he can't let Claudia know that Armand has that capability. He still has to keep it going with Claudia because she's going to freak out if she knows that Armand can read thoughts on that level.
Honestly, I think Armand's coven is old as hell.
They are. They are.
And that's why I think Claudia is immature.
She's only 14.
She's only what?
14.
No, she's
old.
I'm about to say she's like 70 now, but that's baby 70.
Baby 70, but her body and her mind, she still got all those hormones and stuff that hasn't matured. So even though she matured, she still got those hormones and everything going and raging, and her brain is all fucked up and not fully mature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because she's like in vampire years, she's a baby.
A baby.
It's a baby.
Oh, we got to drink, y'all.
What?
You said the B word.
Mm.
It's like water. I done came on the other side. I can function now.
You
Ask
did
me.
what on the other side?
Hey,
I can't. Fuck.
Pause.
We got to drink.
That's not a word.
Oh, okay.
that's just put the top back on is wild.
Twist top. At least it ain't box. Somebody gonna try to be like, she got that box wine.
That's okay.
And if I got the box wine, you gonna hear the look, you gonna shut up as I drink it.
Boda Box, please sponsor us. Boda Box. Boda
Y'all-
Box is delicious.
Thank y'all so very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
Don't you
and share.
dare.
Look, I don't know if we're gonna play this drinking game again.
Never.
Until
I
next
like
time, y'all have a good one.
Love you.